Welcome back to Tudor Pro Cycling on Pro Cycling Manager 2022. In today's episode, two races, Österreich-Rundfahrt with mountain stages and also Tudor also with a mountain stage. After that, most likely our transfers. On to transfer dossiers first. I think I'll sign the likes of a Gage Hegg because that 70 Cobblestad at 24 years old is definitely something I need in my team because Kelemen is currently our best cobble rider and he's not exactly doing the best stuff. I think I'll try and sign the likes of Fabio Christina, 20 years old, talented Swiss rider from EF Education Nippo Dev team. Let's open dossiers with the guy. Looks like he's got 4.5 potential, but it doesn't shine through in his individual disciplines too much though. Nonetheless, I'll risk it. Another pretty big talent in the game is Gustav Wang. Time trial list, I'd like to sign this guy, only 3 points, 19 years old, Denmark. As you can see, a godlike wonder kid right here, so he's a must sign for the team. There we go, those are our changes for today. Looks like our next sponsor objective is also at the Österreich-Rundfahrt, so that will obviously depend on the competition there. Österreich-Rundfahrt is a 6-day stage race starting off with an 800-meter mountain time trial. That's crazy. After that, 2 sprint stages, a punchy finish on the Sonntagberg, a mountain finish on the Edelweiss-Spitze, and another one the day after on the Dobrach climb. Obviously, GC is going to be decided on the final 2 stages. When it comes to our team, I've got Alex Vogel when it comes to the sprint, and when it comes to the climbing, Yannis Vazar. But hey, considering the game hates us, Wilco Kelderman, Cepeda, Kemna, Fortunato, and so forth. Damn good competition. Oh my god, Vazar starts first. I don't know how to write this. It's an 800-meter mountain time trial. 88 roughly. Let's sprint to the line. What are we gonna be? Well, obviously first, we're the only rider on the road. Surprisingly, Kelderman did not win the time trial. Felix Groschartner, his teammate, did. Yannis Vazar ended up finishing on 21 seconds. On to the first sprint stage then. Alex Vogel time. There we go then. Kelemen on the left, Vazar on the right. We've got beautiful national championship jerseys, although they're the basic flag ones. I might consider asking somebody to make custom ones for the team. With about 2.5 kilometers to go, I've got a weird-ass sprint train. I don't know what's happening. I'm just gonna wing it with whatever I'm doing. Eggenberg can launch. Vogel is in the wheel of Prades. I'll launch right now with Vogel on the right side. Let's see if we can get past. Kelderman is actually sprinting for the victory. Eggenberg might come past. Kelderman's gonna win the flat sprint. No, Prades on the left. Oh my god, Eggenberg got third. Honestly, just way too chaotic to actually manage at the end, but Eggenberg with a podium, quite happy with that. Was hoping for that stage win though. On to the next sprint stage. Looks like Vogel is now in the top 10 favorites though. Honestly, with 70 sprint on Vogel and 70 sprint on Eggenberg today, I might actually go for both of them in the similar way that we did last episode by following different sprinters' wheels. With about 9k to go, Eggenberg is looking much better than Vogel because Vogel got in trouble on that final hill right here and Eggenberg didn't. So right now I'm trying to find a wheel that I can drop Eggenberg off on, because Kelemen is doing a great job keeping ourselves to the front, but ideally I get on the wheel of the likes of a Prades or something. Vogel coming through as well, he can get onto the wheel of Albanese would be nice. Where's Eggenberg going? Eggenberg, what are you doing, my friend? Oh, Prades dropped, that's why. Oh no, Vogel, what's happening? Like, there's 2 riders up the road now? How did that happen? How did that happen? Tell me how that happened. How did you let those 2 guys away? Kelemen has fallen. Albanese wins ahead of Vettel. They just launched each other. I've got no clue what happened there. I'll just accept it. The competition just saw Vettel launch Albanese and we're like, I'm not chasing that, but I was too far back looking at my sprinters and yeah, that was not going anywhere anyway. On to the first proper GC day. The Sonntagberg. Vazar will do his best here. But with our competition, it will be a miracle if we can actually compete for a top 10 even. Here we go. The climb has begun. 3.3 kilometers. I've got some support with me. We've got 2 more riders in my wheel to help out. After Niels Brun is done, that's Colombo and Charret. 1.5k to go. Our positioning is very bad, I would say, so we're likely not going to end up too well. I hope for a top 10 on the stage, perhaps. Charret can now protect my man. Come on, move forward. Let's do 90, something like that. We can't do much more than that. 91, something like that. Albanese right here. It's going to be a top 15 on the stage. Groschartner is once again going to win the stage. Damn. 15th in the end, losing 35 seconds to Groschartner. What does that mean for GC? That means we are now in the top 20 on 106 of the leader. Roughly 26 seconds to the top 10. Let's see if we can make that back on the Edelweiss Spitze, which will be pretty hard against the likes of 76, 78 mountain riders. Damn it, Vazar's form is just as bad as the weather in game right now. -2 on the day. Hits his secondaries, not his main mountain stat, but we should still feel it by the end of the stage. Here we go, the climb has begun. We're gonna try and survive. It's a pretty damn long climb. It's in total 19.5 kilometers, so I'm going to do my own tempo the entire way to the top. With about 6k to go, we're in about 30th position of the race, I think, but I don't think we'll get much more out of this. Our energy is not looking that great, despite us really looking after it the entire way through, but just too hard of a race for us. Looks like Lorenzo Fortunato is completely obliterating the competition here. Roger Adria getting second and so forth, but when it comes to Vazar, we are on about 8 minutes 30, so yeah. Not great. We actually got a pretty damn bad result. In total, we were 34th. That's terrible. While Fortunato takes over the lead in GC, we are now 27th on 10.56. So GC, I think we can scrap that. But like the final stage, this ain't gonna be won by a breakaway. So we clearly have to do the same strategy and hope that we can enter that top 25, I guess. Again, pretty terrible weather, but a decent form at least on Vazar with a +1 on Mountain on a 0 day. Remember when I said with complete confidence that the break was not winning today? Well, they are winning today, so I was wrong. For the peloton, the final climb has finally started. Vazar is sitting quite nicely to the front with 15k to go, but Eolo is not really pacing that hard, so I don't know if we're gonna have a very selective race like this. Oh, Charan just fell? Really? Oh, come on. Anyway, Colombo can take over. There we go. Another domestique takes its place. Halfway the climb and the tempo has gone up significantly. I'm having to go like 80 to follow the back of the group. We are flying in these final few kilometers with plenty of energy compared to the rest, and we are passing rider by rider, but it still won't be a great result, I'm afraid. Let's do 95 until the line, roughly. In the end, we finished 41st, which is not amazing. When it comes to GC, we are staying in the same spot, 27th. Yeah, that was not the most successful race of our team. No stage win for the sponsor and no top 25 in GC to save my own dignity. Nearing the end of July, and we've got quite some growth in the team by multiple riders. Starting off with our MVP, we've got Alex Bodan with 72 hill now and 75 acceleration. Meanwhile, Sean Flynn has gone up in sprint and acceleration as well, 70-73. I'm pretty sure Kelemen went up in both flat and cobble stat to 69 cobble, 73 flat. Vazar definitely went up, 71 mountain, 71 hill, so much better. For the Vol, same story now, 70 sprint, 71 acceleration. Also, Charan 70 hill now. Basically, half my team has gone up in stats. By the way, when it comes to the training of your riders, the training style is actually connected to the age of your riders indirectly. In the early parts of their career, when they're still growing significantly, they have a groundbreaking training style. After that, roughly around the age of 24, they end up moving towards modern. And later in their career, that's when they go towards the traditional training style. Because of the young age of our riders, that's why we only have groundbreaking and modern training styles. On to our next race then, Tudor. A 5-day stage race starting off with, oh god, a 5-kilometer team time trial, then a flat sprint stage, what is said to be a hilly stage, but a finish on La Planche de Belleville, so I'd consider that a mountain finish, then a rather brutal mountain stage from start to finish, ending with another sprint stage. And we've got some great news, Sean Flynn is back in order, not really in form though, but he's gonna be riding anyway. Anyway, let's start the suffering with the team time trial, despite being full favorite for this one, that's odd. We must finally have found the race with on-par competition this year. Here we go, 5.4 kilometers team time trial. How do I do this? Well, I think because it's that small, the team time trial, that we need to focus on getting the best time trialists of our team directly to the front so they can do the work. Going into the finish line as we speak, Vogel did most of the work, no clue what's going on, but hey, we've got a third time at the finish line. It was fun pretending I knew what I was doing, but I clearly wasn't. In the end, we did get 7 on 14 seconds, so not too bad, I guess. On to our sprint stage then, Fodevaux and Flynn. Flynn has the better acceleration with the same sprint stats, so might actually be the better option. You might notice that the Kelemen and Vazar shirts are different than earlier this episodes. Well, shout out to Tom Gauthier for making custom ones for the team. 2 kilometers to go, but plenty of corners, so I will launch early. Flynn, why are you not following Fodevaux anymore? He just switched wheel for some reason. This is gonna go bad. Let's just launch with everybody and see how this goes. Fodevaux on the right looking decent. Come on. Vatra and Penua are gonna fight for it. Flynn, what happened there, man? You were following Fodevaux and then you were not. I don't know why. Anyway, Penua wins. Anyway, guess we'll have to accept our 5th spot on this one. On to La Planche de Belleville. On paper, I can fight for the stage with Bodan according to the game, but in all honesty, Yannis Vazar is our GC guy, so likely we'll protect him a bit more. Here we go, La Planche de Belleville, 5.7 kilometers at 8.9%, steep sections all the way through the climb, so we've got attacks already at the front of the peloton by Lorenzo Roda, the AliExpress version of Lorenzo Rota. We've got ourselves spacing in the peloton with Vazar because it's a shorter climb, so we can afford to do so. So let's keep it going for now. Still a pretty large group in our wheel, but it seems like it's thinning out one by one. Zoidl is the one I'm most scared about, together with Stedman, who's up the road, but I feel like I'm about to catch that British rider up front. So Fazar just keeps on going on 87. Chanez about to take over from him. And Ishel's launching on everybody. Here we go. Stedman caught. Final kilometer. Let's launch right now because it's slightly downhill, I think, pretty soon. Actually, that was a mistake. That was a big mistake. Damn it. I think I'm losing. I think Fazar is losing here. Stedman coming past. Actually, Verchet on the right. This is going to be really close. I think we might actually make it on the line. It's going to be so close. Come on, Stedman. Stop, my friend. Stop, my friend. I think I win with Fazar. Fazar is going to win on La Plage de Bellefille. Yes, he will. Let's celebrate right now. There we go. What a win. I'm liking this. What a win for the team. Fazar winning in his Swiss shirt for the first time. We're also taking over the leader's jersey. 11 seconds on Zoidel now. Onto the bigger mountain stage to Lac Blanc. Multiple mountains in there, but that final climb doesn't seem overly selective, but I could be wrong. Let's go, Fazar. What if I up the tempo from the start? What if I make this a very hard race? I'd love to try and have some fun here. So let's put Vogel at the front on 75 and hammer it a bit up this first climb already. I can't believe Vogel paced the entire climb and not a single person in the peloton is in trouble. That's actually insane. Anyway, second climb, I've put Fladevaux next to Vogel. We're gonna keep a tempo of 65 to make sure the break doesn't get 17 minutes here today. Because this Austrian dude in the break actually is on 35 seconds in GC, so I need to watch out a bit. We're nearing the 10k to go mark, and we are topping the second cat climb before this final Lac Blanc climb with a gap of 250 to the breakaway, so it's looking good again. I'm not overly worried about the break winning DGC now. Anyway, Lac Blanc, here we go. 9.5k, 6.2%. We're getting paced by Stussy from the team of Zoidel, so gotta make sure I can drop Zoidel and Verchet here. I think those are the two best competitors. Looks like we've got to move. Ricardo Zoidel goes. Let's keep our own tempo. It's still 8k to go. We don't need to close that down immediately. There we go. Zoidel has been caught. We're now in a group of 6. One by one riders are dropping like Savini here. Energy-wise, we're still looking decent with 2.5k to go. Let's up it towards a solid 75 and hyping up the tempo a bit. Come on, Fazar, drop these others. You can do it, my man. 1.5k to go. There goes Stedman. Garosio and Zoidel left. Let's do 90 in the last kilometer. Not too much more. Garosio having trouble. Zoidel trying to follow the tempo, but nah. One man is stronger than the rest here. It's Yanis Fazar who once again will win the mountain stage in Tour d'Alsace. What a victory. GC-wise, we're now 44 seconds ahead. Considering we're now on the 31st of July, we have to select our new sponsor for the next season. First of all, we've got a current budget of 69k. For next season, with the same sponsor, we'd have 86k. While at Ljubljana, we'd have 87k, 89 at Store Norske, but those 3k won't make the difference for me. I just want the Tudor shirt right now, so I'll extend with my same sponsor. There we go. We've now got Tudor for another year. Since the final stage is a flat sprint stage, we're likely taking home this overall GC, but hey, we gotta stay safe on the bike, so let's do that. I won't lie, I low-key believe in this breakaway. There's some riders that are sitting up at the back here, but I'm keeping it going. I want to try and win this from the breakaway, and rider by rider, we are dropping the riders in the breakaway. I might actually be bringing someone else to the victory here, but I'm willing to try. Kovar, Rosetto, and Kelemen against the peloton that is storming and being paced by me. No, I should not be doing that. The tempo here is kind of gone if I don't. Bonet's doing a lead out for Janier. Come on, Kelemen. Come on, my man. I don't think he's going to win. I don't think he's going to win. Last 1.6 kilometers. Let's launch with everybody in the peloton right now, including Kelemen. I think I bottled it by not being good enough in the breakaway. Vatra's going to win right here. We tried with Kelemen. We're being caught in the final kilometer by the sprinters, but hey, it was a fun adventure. Sean Flynn getting a top 3 like that, flying past everybody in the final. So that's a pretty decent result, but I actually could have won this from the peloton if I tried, but the breakaway thing was too fun not to try. Anyway, in the end, we win the general classification of the Tour d'Alsace with Yanis Fazar. Wonderful victory, happy about it, but we finally had competition on our level and not 10 levels higher. There we go then, the 1st of August, the opening of the transfer market. But before we start that, let's take a look at this thing right here. The rankings that decide the promotion/relegation from Conti to Pro, Conti and World Tour. The team index rankings. If you did not know on Pro Cycling Manager, the promotion and relegation is not decided on the World Tour ranking. It is based on the strength of the teams in the coming season. For example, because Alpecin has Mathieu van der Poel, they are better than plenty of World Tour teams and will therefore go towards the World Tour division next year. Unlike DSM and Bike Exchange, who are losing some of their top riders and therefore are projected to go towards the Conti Pro ranking, unless they take on new transfers that could make them stronger for next year. With our current team strength, without any transfers that we have planned, we are projected to be the 40th team. To be able to go to the pro team ranking, we'd have to be one of the top 34 teams. I unironically have no clue if our transfers are good enough to get us there. Let's start off by extending some riders like Yanis Vazar. He honestly had a good season for our team. We've got the KOM jersey at the Tour of the Alps, Swiss NC, and next to that, GC at Tudor plus 2 stages. He's currently got a contract of 2.5k per month. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a lot more. Let's click on renew. Looks like the salary is indeed what he doesn't like about it. Let's do 3k and let's put the guy on. He's probably absolute leader for the team, to be honest. Ideally, I'd say 3 years instead of 2. I want to keep this guy as long as possible on the same salary. Anyway, let's give this a try, this offer, and he's happy with it, so perfect. On to our next national champion then, Petr Kelemen. Petr has been riding mostly in a domestique role, but he's actually got some results like the Czech NC and getting a podium at the Boucle de Lyon. Looks like he wants a role of luxury teammate for 2 years. Let's make that 3. Salary not overly happy, so let's make that 3k as well. Anyway, let's give that a try, and it looks like he's happy. Perfect. Next up, one of the MVPs of the season, Alex Bodan. He's won 2 races for us, Canton Zargo and also Faune Ardèche. Was really fun, those victories. Arguably our prettiest wins of the season. I think he's more likely an important rider than a luxury teammate. He's not really a teammate for us. And he agrees. Next up, Leonard van Eetveld. Let's try and sign this Belgian man. 71 hills. He's got 63 acceleration though, so nonetheless some pretty high potential when it comes to the puncher discipline and a 4-star overall potential. The guy is currently on 1k per month, but I think we'll have to pay like 2.5k. Actually, it looks like he wants a tiny bit more. Teammate, let's do luxury teammate. There we go, 3k for 3 years. And Leonard is okay with that. Next up, the Norwegian sprinter Stian Fredheim. He's now at 69 sprint with 70 acceleration, but 5 potential and 6 potential when it comes to the sprinter discipline. And most importantly, only 19 years old. When it comes to his role, I'll do more than luxury teammate, more likely to be sprinter. Let's see if that is fine for 2.5k. Actually, he was on 2k. Let's try 2.5k for example, and still not happy. I'm pretty sure he's worth 3k per month, so let's do that. There we go, Stian is joining. Before we go any further, we've got the emails of actually having them ready to sign, so let's accept all of these to make sure that they actually sign for the team. There we go. They are now beautifully visible in our 2023 squad. And it seems like Alex Vogel went up when it comes to evaluation to 72 sprint, 73 acceleration. Nonetheless, he's had a complete dry run for this team with 0 victories, so not doing that well, to be honest. Am I scared when it comes to Romain Grégoire? Yes, I am. Let's hope he doesn't ask too much money, because the man is extremely talented, 6-star potential, so that's insane. Ooh, his interest is quite low. It's not a very attractive team for me, mate. I promise you, we're great over here. I'll try and give the guy 3 years and a absolute leader role and probably like 3k in salary. Let's give that a try. We're actually almost there, so let's up that towards 3.5k and try again. Almost. Let's try 4 and now he will sign for the team. No, he does not. Wait, I've got one more chance to get this right. Romain, give me feedback, my man. What do I need to do to get you to sign for me? 4.5k, 5k? Let's try 5k? No! How? How is that possible? I guess the guy just didn't like me. Well, that is certainly a bummer. Next up, let's do Ivan Romeo, the Spaniard. 69 hills, 64 acceleration, so not the best combo, but 4.5 potential, so should be talented. Looks like he wants a bit more than 2.5k. Let's do 3k for 3 years, and let's make this guy an important rider. There we go. Perfect. In the meanwhile, I'll quickly re-sign Tondon, Brand, Rastour, and Donze off camera. There we go. That has happened. We've got those extra 5 riders. That brings our team to the list on the left here, so pretty happy about it so far. On to the American then, Gage Hecht. Pretty versatile, 67 hills, 70 cobbles, 71 flat. Yes, he's a tiny bit older already at 24, but a good support rider. Let's give the guy 3k with a important rider role, something like that. Perfect. Next up, Gustav Wang, the Danish rider. Extremely talented. 5-star basically on almost everything except for sprinter and puncher. 3k for teammate for 3 years, that should be fine. Yes, indeed. And the final rider on my list, Fabio Christina, our Swiss guy right here. 4.5-star potential, also a puncher type, and it looks like 3k for 3 years will do for this rider, so let's sign the guy. I've only got 6 transfer points left. I'll try and spend it on scouted riders. When it comes to the riders we scouted, it looks like the only riders I can sign are 18-year-olds. So Nino Blanc, for example, a 4.5-star potential one with 65 hills, not exactly the best stats, but hey, scouting riders is a bit of a risk. I'll try and sign this guy and see what he becomes. else. The shocking part is that he's already not happy with 2.5k on a teammate role. Damn, I tried 3k with the same role, but he won't be happy with that, so luxury teammate I guess then, even though he really isn't. And that he accepts. Anyway, that's the team we've got written down so far for the next season, and I'm pretty happy about it, to be honest. Mainly because these are riders that will be growing significantly in the coming years. We likely won't end up in the next division, unless they start growing very quickly towards the end of the season. Anyway, that's where I'll end it today. Thank you very much for watching today's episode, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.